Yes, these egg diets can help you lose up to 10 pounds in a week. I'm going to walk you through exactly how they work step by step. So if you want fast results, you'll know exactly what to do. However, don't try any of them until you hear the second half of this video, because once you understand what happens after the weight drops, you might think twice about how you use eggs for fat loss. And stick around to the end because I'm also going to reveal the right way to use eggs to lose weight. Let's start with the first egg diet, known as the boiled egg diet. I'll include links for each of these in the description below in case you decide that you want to try them. But the boiled egg diet is one of the most widely shared egg diets online. It's based on a 2018 book that claims you can lose up to 25 pounds in 2 weeks. Here's what a typical day looks like. At breakfast, you eat 2 hard-boiled eggs, a serving of a non-starchy vegetable like a tomato or an asparagus, and then you have 1 low-sugar fruit like a grapefruit. And then for lunch, eggs again, or a lean protein is acceptable like a grilled chicken or a fish, plus a non-starchy vegetable. And then for dinner, similar to lunch, lean protein, vegetables, and maybe 1 serving of fruit like a kiwi or an avocado. Then you only drink water, black coffee, or unsweetened tea. The plan is simple, but it's strict because carbs are nearly eliminated and then food choices are very limited. Total calories drop fast. Most people end up eating 800 to 1,000 calories a day, and that's what drives the rapid weight loss. People like it because it feels structured and doable, and it gives clear results on the scale, but this plan isn't meant to last beyond those 2 weeks. Next is the Keto Egg Fast. This diet comes from the keto community. It was created as a way to break through a plateau when weight loss stalls. It only lasts 3 to 5 days, and the goal is to flip your body into ketosis as quickly as possible by cutting out carbs and then giving it nothing but fat and protein. So here's how it works. Eat at least 6 whole eggs per day, including the yolks. And for every egg that you eat, you can add in a tablespoon of a source of fat, usually a butter or a coconut oil or a ghee that you might cook them in. But you can also add up to an ounce of full fat cheese or a dairy product per egg. So you eat within 30 minutes of waking, and then every 3 to 5 hours after that, even if you're not hungry. And then no food within 3 hours of bedtime. Drink wise, just water, black coffee, and tea again. That's it. No vegetables, no meat, no nuts, no seeds, nothing outside of salt and basic herbs. And the whole point is to shut down insulin, spike fat metabolism, and then drop water weight quickly. People doing this typically report losing 5 to 10 pounds in 3 to 5 days, depending on their starting weight. Because it's so high in fat and so low in carbs, the plan mimics fasting without fully stopping food. But it's not nutritionally complete, which is why even the people who promote it only recommend doing it for a few days at a time. Then comes the most restrictive version of them, the egg-only mono diet. You eat nothing but eggs, usually 6 to 12 per day, for 1 to 3 days straight. Here's what it looks like in practice. You have a hard-boiled egg, soft-boiled, scramble your eggs, no cheese, no additives, no fats, no sides. You drink only water, black coffee, or plain tea. No vegetables, no fruits, no seasoning, no oils, just eggs. It's sometimes used as a detox or a crash reboot before a vacation or a big event, or to try to recover after you come back from it. Others use it to reset their appetite after a binge or push past a plateau. The calories on this plan usually land around 500 to 800 a day. That's well below what your body needs to function long term, but it's what drives the weight loss. And it's not something most people can or should sustain, but it keeps showing up online because it's simple and it gets fast results on the scale. Now, those are the 3 main egg diets making the rounds right now. Each one uses a different strategy. Some add fat, others strip it away, some go 2 weeks, others just a few days, and they all lead to one thing: fast weight loss. However, the part you don't hear about, the part that happens after the scale drops, is what makes these diets such a bad idea. I am totally okay trying one of these if you are stuck in a big plateau and you've already got a lifestyle habit of eating clean and building health established. So you need a plateau breaker, try one of the 3 egg diets, and it might crack you through. Pun intended. But the weight you lose isn't what you think it is. You step on the scale and it says you've lost 7 to 10 pounds, maybe even 15 pounds. But the majority of that loss, especially in the first 5 to 7 days, is not fat, it's water. The cells are shrinking. Here's why. When you stop eating carbs, your body starts pulling from stored sugars in your muscle and in your liver. That's called glycogen. And every gram of it is stored with about 3 to 4 grams of water. So when the sugar leaves, the water leaves with it and the scale drops. But the second you eat carbs again, glycogen refills and the water comes right back. And that's why the weight often rebounds just as fast. Next, these diets aren't just low in carbs, they're low in calories. Most people on egg crash diets are eating 800 to 1,000 calories a day, sometimes even less. Most plans land around the 800 to 1,000 calorie a day mark. And when you do that, your body doesn't burn more, it burns less. This is called metabolic adaptation. And it's not just short term. In one study, severe caloric restriction reduced people's resting metabolic rate by up to 23%. And that drop lasted long after the diet ended. In another study, participants burned 700 fewer calories per day than expected after finishing a very low carb restricted crash diet like this, even when they returned to normal eating. So not only are you burning fewer calories during the diet, you're also burning fewer after. Now, that doesn't mean eggs are the problem. And in fact, eggs are one of the best foods for fat loss when you use them the right way. And we can have little resets where we take a day or two or three to reset our body or cleanse it or do some fasting or do some restriction, all for that. But let's fix what happens before and after and make sure we focus on quality. In one clinical study, people who ate 2 eggs for breakfast lost 65% more weight and 34% more off their waist compared to people who ate the same calories from a bagel. In another study, older adults eating 3 eggs a day lost nearly 10% of their total body fat in just 8 weeks. And they didn't see a spike in their cholesterol. So the science is clear. Eggs work for fat loss. The key is how you use them. First, if you want to use eggs to burn fat, timing matters. When you eat eggs within an hour of waking up, you activate hormones that help control your appetite for the rest of the day. They lower ghrelin. That is the hormone that makes you hungry. And they raise PYY, which is the hormone that tells your brain, I'm full. And it works. One study showed that people who had eggs for breakfast ate 403 fewer calories that day compared to those who had cereal or a croissant. You also don't need to eat 12 eggs a day to see the results. Eggs are rich in leucine, which helps preserve muscle while you're losing weight. Now that's important because muscle is what keeps your metabolism burning strong even at rest. They also contain choline, which supports your liver, the organ responsible for breaking down fats and detoxing you, the hardest working organ in the body. But you don't need to overdo it with eggs. You don't need to eat 6 or 8 or 12 a day to get the benefits. The sweet spot is 2 to 3 eggs per meal, once a day or max twice a day. That's enough to give your body what it needs without crowding out other foods that support digestion and detox, hormone balance. So think of eggs as the anchor of the meal, not the whole plate. Next, most people don't think twice about how they cook their eggs, but if fat loss is your goal, it matters. Cooking eggs at super high heat, especially while frying them, can destroy some of the vitamins like vitamin A or vitamin D. It also oxidizes the cholesterol, which then can increase inflammation and make fat harder to burn. So be sure to stick with some of these fat burning cooking methods. First off, try poached. There's no added fat. Gentle heat protects the nutrients. You could try soft boiled, preserves the yolk, keeps the fat-soluble vitamins intact. You could try low-heat scramble. This is my favorite. Easy to digest, preserves protein structure. Use ghee or butter to cook it in and keep the heat low. Or even go hard-boiled. There's no added calories, and it's really great for prep and portion control. Again, if you're using fat to cook, reach for a ghee, reach for a butter. Even an avocado or a coconut oil works. Avoid canola, corn, soybean, seed oils. Why? They damage your cell membranes and they clog your liver's detox pathways. You make a good food bad when you cook them in oils like that. It makes it harder for your body to burn fat. And finally, when you combine eggs with the right foods, you get even better results. Here's what to pair them with. Clean proteins like wild-caught salmon or organic chicken or grass-fed beef, fiber-rich foods, spinach, zucchini, bell peppers, arugula, healthy fats like we talked about, ghee and butter, avocado, extra virgin olive oil, low glycemic fruits, berries, kiwis, grapefruits, Granny Smith apples, lemons, limes, and metabolism-friendly spices like a turmeric, a garlic, chili flakes. These combos do many things to support fat loss. They slow down digestion, so you stay more full longer. Keeps insulin low, so then you can stay in fat burning mode. It supports liver detox, so you can break down fat efficiently. It preserves muscle mass, keeping your metabolism high, and it helps your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin A, D, E, and K from the yolk. A good example would be like something like a Fiesta egg scramble, right? We love this at our house. It's fast, it's filling, it's balanced, something no crash diet gives you. Take 2 to 3 eggs, half a cup of chopped vegetables, red peppers, tomatoes, onions, spinach. Add in a quarter of a cup of black beans for added fiber, blood sugar support, magnesium. Love black beans. Take a tablespoon of an olive oil or coconut oil for stable cooking and clean fat. Add in a little Monterey Jack cheese, add in a little salsa, that's my favorite, for flavor and satisfaction. Whisk everything together, cook it over medium to low heat, and it's done in under 10 minutes. You got protein, you got fiber, you got healthy fat, you got complex carbs, you got antioxidants, all in one little skillet. When you use eggs this way, with the right foods, the right timing, and the right preparation, they don't just help you lose weight, they help you heal your metabolism. So weight actually stays off. We're not just trying to get skinny. We don't need lighter caskets. We want healthier human beings. And that's the difference between a crash diet and a real solution. Now, if you're ready to lose fat fast and keep it off without wrecking your metabolism like these crash diets can do, then the next video is where it all comes together. It's my 30-day blueprint to lose 20 pounds of fat. A science-backed, step-by-step plan that walks you through exactly what to eat, when to eat, how to burn fat around the clock, and it isn't just a theory. It's built for real life, and it even includes a simple egg-based meal that you can start using right away. And the best part, you're not just losing weight for 30 days. You're building a rhythm that you can stick to long after the weight is gone. Click here now to watch it, and I'll show you how to get started. I'll see you there.